Just as an introduction, a strong word here from St. Paul. I see we have a number of children beautifully singing in our choir loft this morning. The strong word. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this is pleasing to the Lord. Every year, the Sunday immediately following Christmas, the church invites us to look at the Holy Family. What one word would you choose to describe your family? Thinking perhaps this be a fun activity around the dinner table. What one word would we use to describe our family? I'm sure there's many. How about as a gift? A gift. I know that's two words, but I would say every family, every one of our families is accurately described by those words as a gift. And more. Your family is an amazing gift, a beautiful gift. Who's that gift from? From God. He's the author, the creator, the artist of my family and your family. The most amazing, most beautiful thing God created is the family. This communion of persons, people. To begin, God created man, and he created woman to become a communion, united. And as this communion, to grow, to be fruitful and multiply, to grow as family. And from there, every one of our families has a story. And every family shares this. All of our families share this with the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Like the Holy Family, your family is living a story. What is the story of your family? How much does the story of your family have in common with the story of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph? And I would venture to say quite a lot. Quite a lot. In all families, there's thick and thin. There's highs and lows. There's peaks and valleys. Roses and thorns. This is the story of every family, from my family to your family to the Holy Family. Because in this world, no family is exempt. We face both calm and storm, both joy and sorrow. There is no family, even the Holy Family, that has only joy, only calm, only these peaks, only roses, only highs. And just to consider the Holy Family, all they received and yet all they faced, despite being made up of the most righteous spouse, the only sinless virgin and mother, and the very Son of God. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, on one hand, they had the blessing of a home together in Nazareth. Yet they had the struggle of no room in Bethlehem for the birth of their child. And subsequently, they were required to flee as homeless strangers to Egypt at the threat of the life of their son. And they had the blessing of intimacy and togetherness at times in that home in Nazareth. Yet we know they had the trauma of separation when Jesus was missing, lost for 3 days in the temple. To think, Mary, she had the blessing of seeing her little boy Jesus learn to walk. And yet she would have the trauma of seeing him stumble to Calvary with the cross. See, we have this in common. Every one of our families, while having tremendous blessing, it is also with tremendous struggle in this world. The Holy Family was given what every family on earth has been, is being, or will be given, namely blessing and struggle. And so what's the story of your family? To ponder that, the roses and the thorns, the highs and lows, the thick and thin. Few things I think of the gift growing up, going to my grandma Stromer's for daycare, to be taken care of by grandma, along with siblings, my cousins. What a blessing that was. But then the day that my grandma Stromer became my first close relative to die, in the grief in that. I think of one of my uncles, Uncle Kevin, playing the guitar, leading Christmas carols with our family on Christmas Eve. But then the grief of his dying while I was in high school, and how hard that was for, in particular, my cousins, his children, and my aunt. And I think of one of my aunts, my mom's side, Patty. She lives near St. Louis. When she comes for visits to Minnesota, and how great it is to have her come visit. But now her being too ill to travel. Every family, from mine to yours to the Holy Family, has tremendous blessing along with terrible struggle. And to be holy, to follow the Holy Family, it's an amazing and beautiful thing to let the peace of Christ, as we hear of, guide us through that all. Because it's not if we're going to struggle or if we're going to be blessed. It's how are we going to live in that. St. Paul also writes of remaining thankful, trusting in God, as did Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And to think from the cradle to the cross, from Bethlehem to Calvary, the Holy Family, they gave us the witness on the model, and both blessing and trauma, both highs and lows, our peace and our trust and our perseverance is to be in God.